Well, hello family and welcome to the Woke Africa show. My name is your host Tejewa, and before we start, I would like to say a big thank you to all my subscribers, new and old subscribers as well. I would also like to say a big thank you to my Patreons. I would like to say thank you so much for sticking with the show. If you are interested to join our Patreon community, hey, you're welcome, because you're making this show a possibility. I'd like to thank all of you who are supporting the Ubuntu Center project. I'd like to tell you that, the Sankofa Repatriation Assistance Program and the Woke Africa show has something in the works, and we'll definitely make the announcements quite soon concerning the Ubuntu Center project. But it's just incredible, it's amazing that we have all come together united as a big family. I am excited today, I'm incredibly excited to bring you this segment today, because it is a testament to everything that we've been talking about. So if you are wondering that with all the information we're giving out, with all the news that is coming out, with all the advocacy, with all the, appealing we're making to our community to support Black businesses, to focus on bringing our community together, okay? If you're wondering if this is working, then I am here to tell you guys, it is working, okay? It is working. And our very own Black-owned banks in the USA are lighting up. I would like to say a big shout out to my African American, community. You guys, you're amazing. You're actually putting Black dollars where it belongs, within the Black community. You guys, I don't want to talk too much, so just take a pause and watch this video. It's gotten me so excited, So watch it and tell me if you're not happy. This means we should keep doing what we're doing. We should keep supporting business. We should keep putting our money where it should be, where it should belong. So take a look at this and we'll be right back.
Recording artist and studio owner Jabari Evans is opening an account at this Black-owned bank on Chicago's South Side.
There's a strong need for African Americans to harness their power.
To protest recent police shootings, an online campaign called on African Americans to move their money to Black-owned banks. The response? Black-owned banks across the country in places like Atlanta, Columbus, Georgia, Birmingham, and Houston are reporting a surge of new applicants. In Chicago's Bronzeville neighborhood, Jeffrey Beckham, a small business owner, just recently opened a new account at Illinois Service Federal. The bank has had $4 million in new deposits since last week.
An economic protest is the most successful way to protest. One of the issues of Chicago is the opportunity gap that exists. And I think that the way we solve that is by creating businesses. As we move our money and support our banks, we make them stronger so that they can become funders, they can become the lenders that we need.
And ISF bank owner Chiefy Endome says a strong bank can make loans to small businesses, creating much-needed jobs in the Black community.
You will not, through protest, you will not, through elections, you will not change the situation in these communities unless more money is put in the pockets of young African-American males, young people.
Hello, fam. So you see what I'm talking about? Black-owned banks in the USA, in parts of the USA, are lighting up. Over $4 million deposits, in just 2 weeks, or in the recent weeks since we started, advocating that we spend money within, the Black communities. Guys, if you were wondering, don't think that small dollars you spend here or there is not making impact. It is making impact. It is making impact, family. And how I so believe in this bank owned by the Indums. Well, the Indums are a political family in this country, and they uphold everything that Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, our first president, did. And our first president was the biggest Pan-Africanist that the continent, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, that the continent has had. So to see his son doing this in the US, owning a black-owned bank in the US, and with the black community supporting you guys, you're supporting a true Pan-African. You are supporting a true Pan-African. Okay, so I'd like to reassure you that you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. Okay, so I mean, shouts to all my African American family, black family in the diaspora. You guys are amazing. I'd like to see this being done in the UK, in other parts of the United States, in Africa. You see, Africa, we must understand something. If we want to be part of the change that is coming, it's not going to be comfortable. Yes, you're going to have to deal with that bank, that black-owned bank, okay? And I need to talk to that, like our, black business owners and stuff. Like, you guys, you must really, really improve your customer service. Like, this is no joke. You must improve your customer service, okay? Because some of your staff come to work and they have their attitude, on their foreheads, ready to, frustrate customers who walk in. If we're building the platform, if we're making our brothers and sisters see how important it is to trade amongst ourselves, to do business within our community, then you should be prepared. You should be ready to improve your customer service. You should be ready to improve your product, the quality of your product. You should be able, look, if you're a black business in the USA, why are you not delivering to Africa? Why are you not selling your products to Africa? Why have you limited your products? And I'll call out Ashley Stewart's. Like, I've been trying to buy from Ashley Stewart's for a long time because I don't want to buy from these other people. But anytime I try to buy their stuff, they don't ship to Ghana. And I'm like, why? It's crazy. It's crazy. Somebody tag Ashley Stewart's in this video and get them to start realizing that, we want our black-owned businesses to come out and serve the black community. Our black-owned businesses must remove the privileges that exist for white countries, white regions, that are stuck against we, the people in Africa. Like, what stops you from taking my visa and shipping your products to me over here? What stops you? Why must I just go and be on some, platform before you take my money? We must stop doing this to ourselves. Black-owned businesses must sit up. They must look sharp, because you know what? If our monies are ready to come to you and you won't take it, then we don't have a choice than to take it elsewhere. So black-owned businesses, make your businesses conducive, friendly, and inviting to the black community, global black community, because we know where we want our money to go. We know where we want our money to go. So this is what I'm going to leave you with, fam. Please continue to watch the rest of the video, and then let's stay together. Let's stay together. Tuko pamoja. It means together we can do it. Okay? And remember always, Ubuntu, I am because we are. Love you. Please keep watching the rest of the video.
Recording artist and studio owner Jabari Evans is opening an account at this black-owned bank on Chicago's South Side.
There's a strong need for African Americans to harness their power.
To protest recent police shootings, an online campaign called on African Americans to move their money to black-owned banks. The response? Black-owned banks across the country in places like Atlanta, Columbus, Georgia, Birmingham, and Houston are reporting a surge of new applicants. In Chicago's Bronzeville neighborhood, Jeffrey Beckham, a small business owner, just recently opened a new account at Illinois Service Federal. The bank has had $4 million in new deposits since last week.
An economic protest is the most successful way to protest. One of the issues of Chicago is the opportunity gap that exists. And I think that the way we solve that is by creating businesses. As we move our money and support our banks, we make them stronger so that they can become funders, they can become the lenders that we need.
And ISF bank owner Chiefy Endome says a strong bank can make loans to small businesses, creating much-needed jobs in the black community.
You will not, through protest, you will not, through elections, you will not change the situation in these communities unless more money is put in the pockets of young African-American males, young people living in depressed communities all over the country. And the proper way to do that is through banking, investment, and social development.
And at Chicago's other black-owned bank, Seaway National, more than 100 new accounts have been opened in the last few weeks. This online campaign began as a way to show solidarity, but in the long run, if the momentum continues, some bank owners predict this movement could transform black communities all over the country.
Great story.
The official blackout. Monday, the 15th of June 2020 to Sunday, 21st of June 2020. Only by black. This coincides with the Soweto uprisings of June 16th, 1976, which spread right across the country of South Africa, which helped to break down the oppressive, brutal, racist apartheid regime.
Do not buy from non-black businesses during the blackout week. Let's all people of all races take a stance against racism to end racism. With unity, we can do this. Start by supporting the official blackout week from June 15th to June 21st, 2020.